Hey guys, it's Liz and we're flipping things. And today I have some news. And so I'm just kind of vlogging and talking about my news and how I am processing it, what's going on in my head, what's happening, all the things. So stay tuned and we'll chat. Welcome back, guys. It has been a week. I don't know. It's been one of those weeks. Where do I even begin? It's been so dramatic. I got my vaccine on Monday, feeling good. I filmed a video. I was drinking wine. I was like, look at me. I've already had COVID. I'm like invincible. I'm riding the antibody train. No. The next morning, I was so knocked on my butt. I don't even have words. I was shocked. Oh my God. I've heard since then that that's actually a common reaction to people that have had COVID before. I was expecting the second shot to be bad. I wasn't prepared or anticipating the first shot to be bad because everything I've read is like, oh, the first shot's no big deal, and then the second shot knocks you on your butt. Apparently, if you've had COVID before, which I did in December, your body already knows. And so when you get the vaccine, it immediately goes into overdrive. Like it was almost like my body was like, oh, hell no, I know what this is. No. Like it knocked me on my butt. It also knocked my son, Michael, who's 18, on his butt. And it was like 68 degrees outside, and I was in the living room with my fireplace on, shaking under two blankets. I was so cold. I had the chills. I could not get off the couch. It was totally unexpected. In the middle of that, I got a phone call, and it was my boss from work. I haven't heard from work since July of 2020. So that was a bit of a shock, and I was kind of out of it because I was really just dealing with whatever this vaccine was doing to me. And it was my boss. And he was like, it's time to come back to work. And I don't know, you guys, I had this like moment of like complete panic. Now, let me remind you, Monday, my kids started back to school for 5 days for the first time in over a year. I have been home with them, teaching them this entire school year, 3 days a week. They would go in 2 days a week. And those 2 days a week that they were in school were the days that I really put 100% into my own business and my greenhouses. That was when I would try to get all my photography done. That was when I would try to film as many YouTube videos as I could. All of the streams of income I'm working with were basically dropped into those 2 days when the kids were at school, because then the weekends are packed with sports and all the, I mean, if you have kids, the weekends are not a weekend. It's not like they're busier than the work week sometimes. I was really excited because they went to school, and I said, okay, this is my chance to really give this 5 days a week and push myself and see what I can do. I am not currently making enough money through selling on eBay, Amazon, and Facebook, YouTubing, and affiliate marketing. I'm not currently making enough money to support the household. But each month I get a little bit closer. Each month I'm doing a little bit better. And on top of it, we're about 3-ish, maybe 4 months out from our greenhouses being complete. In my mind, over the last several months, I had just sort of decided that I wasn't going back to work. They were never going to call. I wasn't going to back to work, but I was going to have this opportunity to really try to grow my YouTube, to really try to grow my reselling business, and to put some time in at my greenhouses, which is my own business that my husband and I and 2 partners own, knowing once those greenhouses are up and operational, there's going to be some income coming in from those as well, which would make us kind of solvent. Not rich by any means. Like at the greenhouses, for instance, we're at the point now where there are thousands of pieces of PVC that need to be glued and assembled for all the piping. They're hydroponic greenhouses. That's the kind of work I can go down there and do during the day, right? Like, I'm not going to go down there with my husband and do like literal construction like he has been doing all year. That's just not my thing. I have gone and tried before. I'm no help. I mean, that's the truth. I'm really no help. But that kind of thing I can do. Like, you just tell me how I need to glue these PVCs and I can sit there all day and do that. And I was like, okay, the kids are back in school. I can go down there with him and work on our business. I can put 8-hour days while the kids are at school into photographing and listing and packaging and shipping and creating sales. And I was really excited about it because I haven't had the opportunity to give my own business 100% yet, because so much of my time was spent taking care of the kids and teaching the kids. So when my work called me, it was like, I wasn't mentally prepared. On top of that, I wasn't feeling good. I was really sick. I'm not even quite sure like how I reacted or responded to my boss. And I love him. He is so awesome. And here's the thing. This is my favorite job I ever had. I loved that job. And it was like my dream job. Like, my husband said it when I went and talked to him. He's like, that was your dream job. I mean, you used to come home and you're like, I can't believe I get to do this for a living. And that is totally true. I had also never had the opportunity to sort of work for myself before. And I really like that. I don't know how else to put it. I really like that. Now, I know if I step back from the emotional piece of this for me, that the right thing to do is to go back to work, right? Like, the right thing to do is to go back to work and make sure that my family is taken care of and make sure that we have a stable income coming in. That's the right thing to do. There's no other way around it. I've tried a million ways to like try to convince myself otherwise. And I know the rational and correct decision is to go back to work. I admit I am struggling to wrap my head around it because I love what I'm doing right now. I love what I have accomplished so far. I know I'm capable of doing more now that I have more time. So I don't know how I feel. I feel confused. I feel guilty for even considering that I don't want to go back to work. I feel like, I don't know. It's a weird feeling to have. I love putting the kids on the bus and being there when they get off the bus at the end of the day. I love being the first one to hear how their day went. I know Matthew has said to me before, because I used to really complain about being home and how hard this was. And Matthew said to me, I loved the last year because when you work, you were always at work late. And by the time you got home, you were tired and we couldn't hang out. And now I get to see you every day. And when I want to talk to you, you're there. And like, there's a piece of me that's like, Michael's 18. I know how fast that's gone. And I know how grateful I am that I've gotten the last year to be with these kids and enjoy them. And I'm really sad that I'm going to go back to work and not be here for them. Not be the one that's there to listen if they had a rough day. Not be the one that's there to help them problem solve if they're having issues with their friends. I got to get my head out of that space, right? I have to like, that's not the right thing to do. The right thing to do is be responsible and go back to work and resell in my free time and my spare time and try to fit the greenhouses in when I can and try to film as many YouTube videos on the weekend as I can and then just spread them out through the week. Like, I know it can be done. I don't know how well I'm going to do any of it if I'm adding in work again. And I don't know. Does it feel, I know a ton of you work and do YouTube and resell successfully. So I know it can be done because I follow a ton of you. Regina is a fantastic example. I'll link her in the description bar. She's amazing. And Regina works full time and runs a successful YouTube channel and runs a successful reselling business. TJ and April from Pallet Jacking, same thing. They work full time, they resell, they're able to grow their YouTube. It can be done. I am admittedly bad with time management. This is no surprise. This is something I've talked about with you guys over and over again. And so I know it's going to take a lot of discipline for me to be able to keep going after my own dreams, which is to grow my YouTube channel and to build my reselling business and to get my greenhouses up and running. That's going to take a lot of discipline for me. And I just need to be ready and prepare myself and dive back in. But there's still a piece of me that's like really sad. And I need to get out of that head place. I need to get excited about going back to the job that I literally like was my dream job and be excited about it. And I know I can get there. I know it's possible. And I imagine once I'm back into like the swing of things, I'm going to be so happy to be there, I'm sure. But that's hard after a full year. It's hard to imagine getting back into that. I don't know. I wish things were different. I wish that my YouTube channel was a little bit bigger. I wish that my reselling business was a little bit more successful, because then I could possibly like work the numbers and say, no, there's a better way to do this, but I can't make the numbers work right now. I have a degree in economics. I can't make the numbers work right now. And I know realistically, like, you have to take risks to be successful, but this is a risk that I probably shouldn't take. And I need to go back to stability. Right? I'm going to go back to stability, and then, right, now my income's even more because I am still reselling in my free time and I am still YouTubing, and maybe that puts me in an even better spot, right? I don't know. I promise I'll still make YouTube videos. I promise to stay motivated. I'm just sort of sad about this like period of my life coming to an end, because I've really enjoyed it. I have loved what I've been doing for the last year. I know there's a lot of people that have not. I know there's a lot of people that have gone through this pandemic and it has been awful and a struggle, and I am not denying that there have not been difficult moments. There's been a lot. I am not denying that there have not been huge sacrifices. There has been a lot. My husband and I are sharing a car right now, right? Because financially that was the right thing to do. There have been sacrifices, but none of them have made me feel like this was the worst time of my life. I'm not feeling that way. I'm feeling very grateful for everything I got to do for the last year. I guess I need to go back to normal, and that is harder than I expected it to be. That is affecting me more emotionally than I expected it to. I guess because I didn't expect to get the call. It's little things. It's like Michael. Michael made it onto American Idol. And there was no one to ask. There was no question. I jumped on a plane with him and we went to San Diego and he auditioned for American Idol. It was that simple. Because I was working for myself. I make my own decisions. Dave Matthews is going on tour this summer. How exciting. I know this sounds silly, but I am like the biggest Dave Matthews fan, and having them not tour last summer was like devastating. I see them every summer since I was in college. They are my absolute favorite. They're going on tour this summer. My girlfriends and I have already gotten tickets and we're going to their show, which is of course in the middle of the week in a different city where we have to stay overnight. And now I'm like, well, wait a second. What if I don't have time off of work? I don't like that feeling. I mean, that's the truth. I don't like that feeling, and I'm like sad about it. I did that for 20 years, right? Like, can you guys just all get in the comments and be like, Liz, get your head on straight and get back to work. It's time. Like, go back to work, Liz. Like, go tell me in the comments or something, because because I got to do what I got to do. And I have to be responsible, and I have to put my family first and our needs, and not my little goals and aspirations. Because when it's all said and done, like how far, I don't know, like how far, because that's the thing. I don't think I can say to my husband, well, in a year from now, I think I'll be making X on YouTube. And a year from now, I think I'll be making Y selling on eBay and Amazon. I'm just not able to project what that might be. I'm not able to project what it might be in 6 months. I mean, I'm shocked at YouTube at how fast it's growing. I feel like we just celebrated hitting 1,000 subs and now I'm at almost 1,600. I'm shocked at how fast it's growing. I'm shocked that there's money in it, but it's not enough. So I'm going back to work, guys. Yay! Yay! I should have made this video with wine, but it's only like noon, so that's another thing. You can't drink wine while you're at work, but you can drink wine while you're listing for eBay. You can drink wine while you're making YouTube videos. I'm a fan of that. I'm just kidding. I'm not, but so I don't know. Let me know. Go tell me in the comments that I'm doing the right thing and going back to work is smart and I'm being very responsible and making a very mature decision that involves my family and their needs and not my own little wispy aspirations of self-employment. And then I'm going to focus on the fact that I do have 9,000 square feet of hydroponic greenhouses that are going to be up and running in a few months and eventually will need me full-time. I hope. If anything, at least I know we will start bringing an income into the family because my husband's working there, right? And so everything's going to be fine. It's fine. It's fine. Next video, I'm going to be a lot happier, I promise. I swear, you guys. So, I don't know. I hope everyone's having a beautiful day. I hope that something gave you joy today. I hope that something made you smile today. If no one else has told you, you are amazing and awesome, and I love all of you. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, guys.